presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're here 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Become a servant of love. Love is what makes you happy. And if you become a servant of love and your partner becomes a servant of love, the day will come when you can be with your partner with no guilt, no blame, no anger, and no sadness. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 22. NASDAQ and S&Ps are flat. Gold contract down $20.50, traded at $1,228 an ounce. Silver down 23 cents, $16.31 an ounce. Oil down $2.45, $48.38 a barrel. They're all getting smoked. 10-year note down 11 ticks, 125.06. 30-year bond down a full point, plus 1 tick, 151.25. King dollar down 442 ticks, traded at 98.640. The euro is at 109 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 112.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We take a look at the SPY. You get the large NDX 100 stocks out of the way. We have the jobs number tomorrow morning. We get the election in France on Sunday. So we're 238.54. Anything close over 238.37, saying, guess what? It's going to go for the high once again of the 26th, which is 239.53. The actual high from March 1st is 240.32. Dow Industrials. What do you have with the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials are trading at 20,933. Now, the Dow hasn't been able to get into the 20,957. Every time it gets up there, it fails. Bottom line, we'll see if that shakes out today. Until it can get in there, the Dow does not have to test that high. The composite, the NASDAQ composite. Composite is trading at 6,072. Now, what the composite did is this. The composite gets to 6,080 today, and the low of the high is 6,081.55. So it's going to be interesting watching this composite and see if, in fact, we get a roll over at this particular point. The NDX 100 has done the same thing, meaning that the NDX 100, the high, is 56.45. We got to 56.33 today. We're at 56.23. Now, the low of the high, folks, is 56.25. That was established on the 2nd of May. If we go take a look at how we're going to come in out here, 2nd of May, we did volume out here of 2.1 billion. Right now, you're at 1.5 billion. So bottom line, you're going to more than likely get a test of that. It's going to have lighter volume, and we'll see whether it just can't handle that higher price. If we take a look at the NDX 100, the 3 Qs, what you're going to see in the 3 Qs is this. We've done 11 million shares. Your high up there, which had light volume anyway, did 18 million. So we're not even going to do 18 million. The low of the high is 137.02. We hit 137.43. So it tested it, can't handle it. If that's what we get by the end of the day, that's saying that whatever happens in this jobs number tomorrow, this market will be pulling back versus going after its high. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract is down 20 bucks. We've done 298,000 contracts, which is big contract volume. Now you're going into, we were going into 375. Bottom line, it broke down there. What we are going into It's still lighter, but that's pretty intense what's going on here. So if I bring up the GLD, what you're going to see is that when we came off the last lows on March 15th, the GLD, I'm bringing the GLD up, folks, because what happens is that you get the volume characteristic where the futures, bottom line, I can bring back the futures that we're trading in, but this is a more consistent way of doing it, meaning because on March 15th, we were trading a different future. So the GLD is coming down on 9.3 million versus 13 million. The high was 116.25. Thus far, we'll come to 116.63. We'll see how this baby shakes out. The contract itself hasn't been able to catch a bid. Silver, we're going to take a look at the silver contract. What do you have with silver? Silver contract is down 23 cents. And silver is actually, we have 94,000 contracts, which is big contract volume also. The difference is that silver is catching a small bid. It came off this low, just slightly, and we'll see whether it can get down to the very low of that swing point. At this particular point, it looks like it doesn't want to, actually, which is pretty wild. I mean, that could make sense because silver has been a one-way trip since the 17th of April. 17th of April is trading $18.72, get to a low today of $16.21. Now, notes and bonds continue to say that they want higher price, lower yield. This is really wild. So the note market got down to 125.02 today. We're only 4 ticks above it, 125.06. We've done volume of 1.1 million contracts. That's really light volume, first off. The other side of this is that it just come down and hit the top of the consolidation it broke out of, and it's dramatically lighter volume. So we'll see how this shakes out tomorrow. But right now, that is still saying it doesn't want to get to lower price, which is pretty wild. So the 10-year is trading at 2.35. 30-year, we take a look at the 30-year, what you have with the 30-year. 30-year got down to 151.11. Right now, you're trading 151.25. This has to get into like 151.06 to get into the lower level. Same setup, lighter volume. Looks like it doesn't want lower price. Now, King Dollar. Here we go. King Dollar, folks, is making its move. King Dollar is down 442 ticks. You've done 29,000 contracts. It's broke its swing low for the second time in the last few weeks. First time it broke it, got right above it very quickly. The swing low we're talking about is 98.670. Now, it looks like it's going to be really close in the volume. Right now, you get 29,770 going into 31,000. The way this is set up, it looks to me like you very well could jump the creek. And jumping the creek means that this dollar wants to get down into the 96 mark, and right now, you're at 98.37. So big numbers out there. Coming this weekend, bottom line, in France, there's going to be the big election. That's going to move the markets. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, Sunday night, folks, 4:45, 6:45 Eastern Standard Time. We'll talk about when we get back. I'm going to do a subscriber event. Really unusual, but guess what? Sunday night, it's going to be wild. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
This Sunday, May 7th, the French elect a new president and markets and currencies around the world react. Tom O'Brien has just launched a special for Market Insight subscribers where he'll be hosting back-to-back weekend webinars to break down the market action as France votes and futures react. This Sunday night, May 7th at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Tom O'Brien will host a special webinar as France votes and markets and currencies around the world react to the implications on the future of the EU and worldwide indices. The following Saturday morning, May 13th, Tom O'Brien will host a second live webinar for Market Insight subscribers at 9 a.m., breaking down the previous week's trading action following the election of a new French president, as well as what to expect as we approach summer trading. New subscribers will also receive a free copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, and this offer comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. All the action starts this weekend, so sign up now at the front page of TFNN.com. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 21. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 1. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, so tomorrow you have jobs numbers, Friday jobs numbers, of course. Sunday we have the election in France. And our markets will reopen at 6 o'clock Sunday night. So if you'd like to come to a nice, fast webinar on Sunday night from 5:45 to 7 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing one for my subscribers. You can be a subscriber right now. You can come over to our website at TFNN. And what we're going to do is this. 5:45, I'm going to be basically going through all these markets. We'll see where these futures open up. We're going to do a workshop from 5:45 to 7 o'clock. The currencies are going to be moving. The S&Ps are going to be moving. And we're going to work out what we think we want to do in the following week. What we're also going to do, I'm going to do another webinar on Saturday. So Sunday night, 5:45 to 7 o'clock. Saturday morning, 9 to 10 o'clock, we're going to do another webinar wrapping up the whole week. If you'd like to test drive my daily newsletter, you can do it. It's very easy. Just come over to TFNN. Test drive, it's a money-back guarantee. You also get my book with it. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each Tuesday and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, Andy's got a great show right here, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday and Thursday. You can get this right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV. Great audio, great video. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
Oh, man, there's a lot going on,
There's a lot going on, man. There's no doubt. And, the dollar's going south, but they're still taking these commodities south.
Oh, man. Well, the dollar's going south because the euro's going north.
Right.
Because I guess they figure that Macron did just well enough to win the election in the debate last night.
Yeah. I mean, the debate has a lot to do with it, no doubt.
Right, and the euro is at 110
right.
For the first time in 2017. And I'm just wondering if, it's so the market so expects him to win this election Sunday that maybe we'll get a case of kind of buy the rumors, sell the news, Sunday night with the euro currency. If he does win. So even if whether he or Le Pen wins, it's very possible that the euro will correct a little bit lower. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But if by any chance, the trend of Brexit and Trump's victory, pans out in France and this election becomes very close, wow, we could have some crazy markets Sunday night.
Yeah, and I think it's going to matter what the percentages are, too, in the election.
Yes.
More than likely,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
Because
It's parliamentary.
Well, what has happened, folks, is that Le Pen's party has been quoted a couple hours ago that, they feel like if they get 40%, they'll be happy. So
Right.
that in itself, that's, I suspect, why the euro is going up, because they're actually saying, okay, we might not win, but if we get 40%, we're going to be elated.
Right.
That's actually,
Right.
what that is, by the way, folks, my take on that, that's very smart of them, because one of the ways that Marone can lose is that if folks don't show up.
That's exactly right. If they
Yeah.
think that he's going to win
Exactly.
so easily, they just don't. And there are a lot of people who are not thrilled with him.
Oh, yeah, listen, man,
Right.
we know how this thing goes, man. There's a whole thing happening,
By the way, he got 21% of the vote. I mean, there's another 89% out there.
Yeah. Oh, listen, it's and
anything could happen.
you know what I thought was intriguing too when I really started looking at that, because it was saying that Le Pen got 1 out of 5 votes, and then I started realizing, man, how small France actually is. France is pretty small too. It's like it's like
It is.
these countries over there are like our cities, man.
Yeah. No, I know.
Wild.
Well, how many people totally in France?
Let me pull it up. It's
I think
it's not a
40 or
lot. It's
60 million.
Let's see. Yeah, you go on. You go on with what chart we got there? I'll find out. What
I was gonna look at the chart of the day, which are gold and oil, because I figure that's what we're all watching here, and
Yeah,
hey, it's
66 million.
Yeah,
66 million.
So, reasonable sized European country, but the second largest economy in Europe.
Right.
So it's important. So the bottom line here on gold. Listen, silver told us all, and today is the 14th straight day of silver just tanking. And all good things and all bad things have to come to an end, and eventually silver will have an update, folks.
Well, so what's wild about watching silver today is that and then when I was doing the update, right at the top of the hour, I said, hey, silver is almost getting a bid. I mean, I might just be getting so used to that every single day it's down so much. It just doesn't.
That's like 23 cents is nothing.
It just doesn't feel as heavy today. Exactly. It doesn't.
Well, let me tell you, it's 14 days in a row. That is a lot of days in a row for any market.
No, it is. It is. But hey, listen, when it went up, it started December 23rd. That went up 14 to 15 days in a row, consolidated for 6 days, and then went up 19 days in a row. So
right. So hey, we well, we'll see what happens here. 1570, the big level.
Yeah.
In silver, gold. Gold fell apart today. It was just under the weight of what's been going on. It's not looking at the dollar. Different dynamics going on over there. And crude oil, Tom, man, that went through $47 like a hot knife through butter. We're down at $45.50. The next level of support is $42.20. But I think that eventually OPEC will make some action that will support the market. I am looking at these crack spreads. They are higher than the recent lows. But, you don't stand in front of falling knives at this point.
No, I mean, hey, listen, the way CL, I mean, it looks to me you can make a case. Let me just pull this up for a second. So I'll pull the continuous contract up. Okay, so
42.20 is the target.
Yeah,
no question.
42.20. But the way that it just actually broke this level, oh no, that's all right. Yeah, 42.20, $38. Right, you break that, you're down to $26 again, man. That'd be a mind blower.
That would be a mind blower. Going into the driving season, right? Gasoline under $1.50 a gallon.
Well, unleaded gas, folks. Okay, it's going to be very inexpensive right now because unleaded right now is $1.48 wholesale. It's down 5 pennies in 1 day. One day. And
let's look at corn because gasoline is weighing on corn.
Okay,
big
ethanol.
Time.
Yep. Okay.
It's ethanol. So I'm going to put up the ethanol futures. And you see right here, we're down at 147. That thing is tanked alongside today, and that's weighing on corn. So, you know, we had big rallies in corn and wheat and soybeans. They all are coming off now as the snow is melting, and, you know, everyone's getting back into big inventory mode.
Yeah.
But corn on a percentage basis is down the most today, I believe. And, well, wheat is down more, but wheat went up more. But corn is really feeling heavy because of this ethanol situation.
Right.
So,
Hey, what about,
so,
we had cattle up limit with 3 or 4 days, and then it came off limit today too, right?
Yeah, it was up a penny 85. But one of the things that I'm watching here is
it was up at 134, man. It was living up when I brought it up this morning.
Right, and now it settled up about a penny 85 or so.
Right.
But the feeder cattle were down about 2 pennies today, and that could be signaling a little toppiness.
Yeah, that's a wild market, man. Folks, you stay right there. Andy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials are down 24. NASDAQ down 1. S&Ps are up 1. We are going to be right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 26. You get the NASDAQ and S&Ps flat. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Heck. And, of course, don't forget, every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN. Andy's got a great show, 5 to 6. Get it right on your cell phone, folks. And if you haven't test drove TFNN on your cell phone, folks, please do it. You're going to love the type of charts, the type of video that comes across. It's HD video on your cell phone. It's just amazing how clear it comes out. So, commodities in general, man. I mean, you know, this whole dollar deal. I mean, with the dollar going down, oil going down, gold going down, silver going down.
It's like a down day.
No, well, not only a down day, but like, you know, I could have stopped with the aspect that what I was going to say to you is that it's pretty intense that we must have so much oil because with the dollar going down, it could give a bid to oil, but then I had to put gold and silver in there because it's the same thing. It's like, hey, man, you know, it's getting cheaper.
You know, exactly. But one thing I want to point out about oil, and I was writing it in the den, but, you know, we've seen the rig counts explode. As of last Friday, the number of rigs in operation, 697. Just to put that in perspective, last year at this time, there were 322 rigs in operation, so more than double. And a lot of these new rigs are horizontal rigs, so they produce a lot more shale.
Sure.
So what we've seen is that open interest in NYMEX futures is now at, let me just take a quick look at my chart, 2.233 million contracts, record high, Tom. These shale producers have been leaning in to the futures when the price was over $50 a barrel.
Yeah, they're selling.
And they've been doing a lot of hedging, right? So the bottom line here is that, you know, they're selling, but they're not selling for delivery, you know, right here. They're selling, you know, out along the curve and guaranteeing their business. But if the price starts falling down to the place where they have a $10 or $12 per barrel profit, they will be more likely to cover some of those sales.
Yes.
And add some support to the oil market. So be very careful here. You know, the other thing is that a lot of oil has been sold, you know, for you know, next year, the year after, with these higher prices. You can only sell that barrel once.
Right. So
the only way they could sell it again is to buy it back.
Well, you can buy it back and
then sell it on the next rally.
Depending on how much that they actually sold, you know, versus what they can produce, right? That's the other side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But remember, we saw oil in February 2016 down at $26 a barrel.
Right.
When it picked its head up back in December, you know, last year, when it got up to the 40s, the 50s, you saw a lot of hedging activity. That's when open interest started to really climb. And you know, a lot of these shale producers, you know, because of those low prices, they locked in oil for quite a long time. You know, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Right.
Which totally makes sense. But the point is that if now oil drops, let's say, you know, their production cost is $45 a barrel.
Yes.
Right? So if oil drops to 42 and they got a $10 or a $12 profit in there, they're better off covering. They'll make more money just covering their shorts than delivering their higher cost production. So
I totally understand what you're saying, and it would depend on. They'd actually make just as much money by selling the oil forward. That's for sure. I guess what we don't know is that, let's say you and I are in the business, right? Let's say that you know, we do 1 million barrels a year, just keep it so it's even, right? Mm-hmm. If we sold out like this year's production, next year's production at $50 and we were happy, right? That means that, number one, we know we're in business, which is the biggest thing. That's why they do it, folks, okay? Now, number two would go like this. Let's picture, folks, that we can either deliver the oil, or, as Andy's just saying, and I totally agree, is that we can close the shot and then turn around and say, okay, we have that money, and then we're going to basically either sell more forward, or we're going to start producing at a loss. Or we sell forward, we drop our rig counts immediately, and we have that money in our hand, and then we try to go buy more oil.
or we wait for the price to come back.
No, we do.
And then we start our
Exactly.
production again.
I'm with you.
But the point is, what is their production cost? You know, if you and I are in business, and our production cost is $45 a barrel, right? And the price drops to $40 a barrel, and we have all these, you know, the next 3 years hedged at $53, $54. You know, we'd probably say to each other, hey, let's just cover that and we'll go on vacation. We'll come back when the oil price gets back up there. We'll sell it again, and then we'll start producing again. You know, a lot of because of the technology, a lot of the oil production now is a lot more turnkey than it used to be.
No, it is. And my understanding also, though, is that the cost of production is going down dramatically in fracking.
It is because
fracking.
also it
Right.
is because of the technology. It also is because of the regulatory changes.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't, you know.
I mean, that's, whether you're for them or against them, less regulation lowers the cost of production.
And
So,
yes.
Right. So we have to wait and see how this all pans out. Look, 42.20, that's the target, and it might be like a magnet. And, we have a technical breakdown in the market. And it's not just crude oil. Listen, iron ore has gone from $90 to $60. Copper's gone from $280 to $250. Copper, I want to put that up there. Copper, copper broke out last November, Tom, and it spent 10 months trading between $2 and $231.45. It just couldn't get above that. Last November, it went above $231.45. It exploded. By February, it was $280 and change. Now we're coming back to the 245 support. We break through there. We could trade for a while between 231.45 and 245. We haven't even revisited that resistance level that became support.
Sure. No, I can see that.
So,
right.
There's no strikes going on in copper now. There's plenty of production. So, this is an overall selling situation in the asset class. And it's so funny to me that silver led it. There's a couple of commodities that are bucking the trend here. Natural gas sitting strong at 320. I don't know how long that could go on with crude oil coming under pressure.
Yeah.
That could eventually give way. You have the meats very strong, but you're coming into the seasonal period of demand here. You have cotton sitting strong, but the inventories have been worked down. But virtually every other commodity I look at is other than lumber, and that's a tariff situation, new home building. There's other things going on there. But when I look at everything else is in a red.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt. Well, I mean, and what the next thing's going to be here, folks, is that, right now we're running by the Fed numbers just about 2% inflation. If these oil prices stay down here, that inflation number is going to go down. So
Yes,
that's going to get really intriguing watching that whole thing shake out.
And the most important takeaway, I think, for Sunday night is be very careful. Everyone's expecting huge currency volatility, and you'll get it if Le Pen wins, but that's unlikely. But Macron, you might find the market in a buy the rumor, sell the fact type of situation where you go back to looking at, the focus will go back to Italy and how weak that place is and how it's probably going to need a bailout, and the German election's coming up. So, you just have to be a little careful. I wouldn't go screaming buying the euro into a Macron victory.
Yeah, no, I'd be buying the euro right now.
No, that's possible. Ahead of it, fine. But after it, I don't know.
Stay right there, folks. Andy and I are coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 22. The NASDAQ and S&Ps are flat. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Heck. We are talking commodities. We're talking markets. Yeah, you know, it's going to be intriguing watching this whole thing. The dollar index, you know, is breaking the lows right now. It's going to get intriguing tonight is that what you have is that the yen has been on a tear, meaning getting much stronger. You know, the yen was trading on the 17th of April at 108. Okay, that, you know, bottom line is at 112 right now. And we'll see whether that's the failure up here, you know.
Yeah, you got a key reversal, a bearish key reversal trading pattern on the daily chart on the dollar index today.
Here, say that again, Andy.
You just by a little bit, you have a bearish key reversal trading pattern on the dollar index on the daily chart today.
Yeah, so you're saying that.
I mean, that's a breakdown. That's a clear breakdown.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, right.
it's a clear
Because
breakdown.
well, you know what? This is what's wild. What it also is, folks, is that this is also now if the dollar is actually up tomorrow, and council charting and candlestick charting, that symbol here is a last engulfing, and what a last engulfing is that it looks wicked bearish. But if you get a tick up tomorrow, that's you know, that's the basically saying it can pop topside, which is going to be pretty wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, I see the next area of support on the dollar index, around 96 or so.
Yeah, 96 is the number, man. You know, and these.
I mean, you know, if that can't get gold going, that could be a problem.
I agree.
I'm sitting here scratching my head, saying, "Hey, what happens if the dollar rallies to gold here?"
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
You know.
What you do have, like so if we go over to the GLD, so you still have. The pullback itself is still dramatically lighter volume. If the GLD, we're talking 9.9 million versus 13.5. You know, but guess what? We know what happens on Fridays. And on Fridays, folks, okay, you're talking about that's when they can really take a metal market apart. And I have no idea why it's, well, I do, because what happens is that the metal market closes at 1:30 and doesn't open back up until Asia opens back up at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you know. So.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow is going to be a very, very volatile day, I think, as people either close positions or open positions going into this French election, which is really important over the weekend. And, you know, it's crazy Fridays. You know, to me, Tom, the stock market's just holding up there, huh?
It is. It is.
I think that the stock market might have gotten a little bit, since they passed this healthcare thing today, they might have gotten a little bit of like, okay, now maybe they'll get infrastructure done or tax reform done, and that's what the stock market really needs. If the stock market is going to rally, that's what it needs.
We'll see. What is going to make the next leg happen. I know what you're saying. When I'm looking at the NDX 100, I mean, the bottom line is that, they come out with their numbers. They're good numbers, folks. And, but it's like, guess what? The NDX in 6 months has just gone from 4,700 to 5,600. That's not bad. Good numbers, but, hey, that's some kind of performance. It certainly is. There's no doubt about that. And what has happened, if we go to oil, it's amazing, folks, how many equities have already come down to the November 9th time frame. And, my take is that they're all going to make it down there. You look at oil. Guess what? When we started on November 9th, oil was, At 46, I thought 47. It goes all the way up to 57, and guess what? It's just blowing apart that whole time frame. And you can... this is...
we are. Yeah. Hey, iron ore too, Tom. It went in at like $60 to $70 a ton. Went all the way up to $90 a ton. We're back down to $60 or $70 a ton. So basically, the whole Trump bump in these raw materials is basically dissipated.
Right. But the market hasn't.
Now, the stock market hasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But you know what? Inside the market, Andy, there are many equities that were up 15, 20% in our back.
Yes, mostly industrials. Look at U.S. Steel. Wow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All of those. Yeah.
Well, the mind blower in U.S. Steel, too, was like, what blew my mind on this one, U.S. Steel's right back there, is that, they're paying a dividend. They lost so much money, it's unbelievable, man.
I know.
They lost money.
They lost money.
Yeah.
However, these things, as well as I do, when things come down so hard, so fast, they do tend to bounce. The issue here, right now, I wouldn't stand in front of many of these things. And the only advice I have for everyone out there is, if you do want to get in front, this is the perfect environment for call options on stocks. If you want to take advantage of one of these that came down so hard, because quite frankly, the VIX is low. Volatility is low in the stock market. It's a good environment to limit your risk with options rather than going into the stocks, because we could wake up one day, just like we saw oil melt down, just like we saw silver go 14 days straight. We could wake up one day and, the stock market will be down one day, and then, God knows, the next 14 days it's doing the same thing silver did. And that's not unheard of. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see that, Tom.
Well, listen to this, folks. This is pretty cool, actually, when I'm thinking about this. What the CBOE did today, folks, is that the VIX had got down to a price point last week. Let me get it for you.
Below 10, right?
Yeah, 9.90. It got there on Monday. So check this out, Andy. This is pretty wild, and this could be a very well indication that we're getting close. That the CBOE today put new option strike prices because the VIX had got so low. So you can see, if you're looking at my screen right now, they put $9.50 VIX options.
Oh, I'd sell those puts. I would sell those puts.
That's what they put in. And so listen to this, folks. This is a trip. There have only been 5 of them traded all day, and there's no puts traded. 5 calls have been traded. This is pretty cool. I got these up right now. Let's see. So, 5. So the spread is 210 to 225. Oh, okay, hold it. 1 second. That's on this month. Let me pull this back. Oh, look at this, though. Hold 1 second. Here we go. In June, 17 was sold or bought. And that's it. They only added, thus far, they added the 950s to the May strike prices and the June strike prices. That's pretty.
I think that's all algorithmic, and basically they add strike prices when things trade at certain levels.
They haven't added. Yeah, they do. That's correct. But they haven't added one since 2008.
Wow.
They physically added this. It's not like a machine added it. But
this is too low. I'm sorry. In my opinion.
Well, that's my point. What I realized, that's my point, that it's not only an anomaly, that the bottom line is that when you do get to these times where they're either wicked high or wicked low, and that you have a bureaucratic change, that sometimes is basically saying, okay, yeah, it's at 950, and watch the VIX go to 25 in about a heartbeat.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Hey, Tom, vive la France.
Vive la France. Comment allez-vous? Très bien, merci, et vous? 5 o'clock, right here, folks. Andy's going to be on. Thanks, Andy.
Take care. Thank you.
You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow right now is down 14. Nasdaq's up 1.5. S&Ps are up 2. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go. So you get gold trading at 1228. You get platinum trading at 902. And you want to see something that's pretty wild, folks? Let's go to Bitcoin. This is like pretty intense. So Bitcoin broke the 1,500 mark yesterday. Bitcoin is at $1,540. It actually went to, oh my God, look at this. This is sick. So it went to $1,652 today. This is, you talk about volatility, man. This is pretty amazing. So Bitcoin, March 27th, was $939. This is unbelievable. Now, that to me really doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, the bottom line is that I think Bitcoin absolutely is real. It's going to be used and it's going to keep getting bigger. There's no doubt about that. But it actually does blow my mind that when you have a, well, here, let's do this. This would be pretty cool. I can compare this. I'm going to compare this to the gold contract. GC, there we go. Let me put that there and watch. We'll update this. And that's like not even close. It's pretty wild. You can see gold's going down, Bitcoin's going up, you know? Yeah. And that's the question with a question mark. So Bitcoin is better than gold. I don't think so. But what does happen with Bitcoin, no doubt, is that the transactions are seamless and, you know, there's a lot of people that have to use Bitcoin because whether they're doing deals on the side, you know, who knows. But it's like anything else. You can run it up and you run it back down. If you want to see something that's pretty wild, if you do have an interest in Bitcoin, just wait for the next crash because it'll come. Here, let me show you this again. Bitcoin. I didn't buy any of this last time it was down there too, and I just it was a time deal more than anything. You're going to see this again. So you're going to see just how intense or what type of an investment this would have been. Watch this. This I believe was at $200. Just, yeah, there it is. So October of 2015. Well, actually, let's just go back 2 years. So we're in May of 2017. Oh, this is even crazier. May. I don't even have to go back 2 years. Let's go back. Just go back 1 year. May of 2015. This gets crazy. So May of 2015, a year ago, is at $439. $439. When this thing came down, it came down hard to $1.99 in 2015. Let me put it on a 5-year. Yeah, there it is there. It was trading like up at 600, and then it crashed to 160. January of 2015. Goes sideways for almost a year, and then this thing took off November of 2015. And the last 7 months, though, it's been pretty dramatic. There's no doubt about it. The symbol that I have on this is XBT. That's on the Bloomberg. XBT gets me the Bitcoin. I believe that you can go right on, let's see, BI coin. Okay, Bitcoin currency, security description. Okay, so the symbol I'm bringing up, virtual currencies are decentralized, math-based digital assets in which transactions can be performed cryptographically without the need of central issuing authority. So I'm not quite sure where they get this from, but they're all trading right around the same. Oh, you can go to Coinbase. You can go to Bitstamp or Coinbase and get the numbers right there. You stay right there, folks. We are coming back, and there's a slew of numbers coming out after the close once again. Don't forget, you want to go to a great workshop? I'm going to be doing one this Sunday night, 5:45 to 7 o'clock. Checking out the front page of TFNN.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. May 5th, right? That's pretty intense, man. Be truthful with yourself. When you're truthful with yourself, you start to see everything as it is, not the way that we wanted to see it. The wounds of your emotional body are covered by the denial system. When you look at the wounds with the eyes of truth, you can finally heal those wounds. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 6, NASDAQ up 2, S&P's up 1.5, gold contract down $19.50, trading at $1,229 an ounce. Silver down 20 cents, $16.34 an ounce. Bottom line, we're coming into a Friday. The slam gold, slam silver, going to be high volatile night out here. No two ways about it. And volatility into tomorrow, volatility into the French election on Sunday. Bottom line, big weekend coming up. Jobs number tomorrow also. Platinum up $6 at $9.03 an ounce. You got copper down 3 pennies at $2.50 a pound. Light sweet crude they took to the cleaners down $2.40. We don't need oil anymore, folks. Electric cars are going to run everything, evidently. Now, bottom line is that we're going to have some inexpensive, not only oil bills, but gasoline bills also. Oil is down $2.40, $45.41. That baby can go a lot lower, by the way. Bonds, the 10-year note, down 11 ticks, 125.06. 30-year bond down 30 ticks, 151.28. Now, notes and bonds, they got them lower. Volume is dramatically lighter. They did not break into their lower range. They had both broken out of a 4-month consolidation. They're still out of it. I expect this jobs number tomorrow is going to keep them out of it. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? Okay, so King dollar, folks, broke its lowest swing point. Been building cause for quite a while to do that. We're at down 497 ticks. You're at 98,585. King dollar looks like it wants to run down to the area of 96 to 97. Now, the correlation, of course, is pretty intense because you still had gold down $20. King dollar was down. One of them is going to be right. And right now, the bottom line is that the divergence would be that gold is going down with the dollar going down. One of them's got to turn. The euro is at 109 to the U.S. dollar. That baby looks like it's going to run to the 111. The yen is at 112.33. The yen actually finally gave it up. It's been up about 8 to 10 days in a row, meaning getting weaker rather. And the bottom line is that correlation is pretty direct. Yen gets weaker, gold gets weaker. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Okay, we got a flat market, up 28 cents. You're at 238. Bottom line, that's saying that, hey, guess what? The high of April 26th wants to get tested. That's 239.53. The actual high in this market right now is 240.32. Coming into a Friday, there's no reason that it can't get tested. You're talking what? We're talking about $1.50 up. So that's game that S&P very well could get tested. Dow Industrials, different ball game. Now check this out. This is subtle inside the Dow, but the Dow 20,957 is the number. We got to 20,990 today, and we've done that just about almost every day this week. We've got into that 20,957, and it hasn't held. Until that holds, the Dow Industrials does not have to test the high. The composite, NASDAQ composite, what do we have with the composite? Composite was flat out here today. We're at 6,075, and the composite, let me see what we did here, because the composite would be a failure because we got into the lows of the high, and if we have lighter volume, that would be saying, so May 2nd, oh, look at this. It's going to be good. Okay, so it's $2 billion versus 2.144. So bottom line, inside the composite, it's subtle, but guess what? That is a failure because you touch the low, you back down. If we go take a look at the 3 Qs, I believe you're going to have the same setup. The last high, which was a low volume high anyway, was 18 million shares. The low of that high is 137.02. Oh, look at this, though. Okay, so in the NDX, we close at 137.04. So bottom, oh, 1 second, hold on. Yeah, 137.04. So that can get to the highs once again. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract, folks, one-way trade out here. It got down to 12.25. You're trading 12.29. Bottom line, we'll see how this shakes out at the 12.25 area. Now, what gold did do is this. It got into the highs of how we came off the last low. March 15th, gold went from 1,200 to 12.25. It got into that level and it had lighter volume, so it rejected the 12.25 thus far. We'll see how this shakes out tomorrow morning. Silver. Now, silver has been also a one-way trade. Now, silver's been a one-way trade for quite some time. I mean, since the 17th of April. Silver traded $18.72. Now we're at $16.35. Notes and bonds. 10-year note traded to 125.02. You did 1.1 million contracts. Now, this is dramatically lighter volume in the 10-year. The top of the consolidation it broke out of is 125. We got to 125.02. We closed at 125.06. You're talking about contract value of 1.1 million versus 2 million. So there's not enough sellers right now inside the 10-year. 30-year is the same type of setup. So, and all these markets, folks, are going to be moving not only tomorrow morning with the jobs report, these things are going to be moving Sunday night in a big way also. 30-year was down 1 full point. You're at 151.27. Now, the 30-year did get into the lower range. You know, the breakout of the lower range, the consolidation was 152, and we're at 151.27. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? Okay, so check it out. King dollar is at 98.565. You broke the 98.670. We'll see whether it's going to jump the creek and just say, see, I don't want to be here, and get down to this 96 area. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. 877-927-6648. Lots of numbers coming out, folks.
This Sunday, May 7th, the French elect a new president and markets and currencies around the world react. Tom O'Brien has just launched a special for Market Insight subscribers where he'll be hosting back-to-back weekend webinars to break down the market action as France votes and futures react. This Sunday night, May 7th at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Tom O'Brien will host a special webinar as France votes and markets and currencies around the world react to the implications on the future of the EU and worldwide indices. The following Saturday morning, May 13th, Tom O'Brien will host a second live webinar for Market Insight subscribers at 9 a.m., breaking down the previous week's trading action following the election of a new French president, as well as what to expect as we approach summer trading. New subscribers will also receive a free copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, and this offer comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. All the action starts this weekend, so sign up now at the front page of TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished down 6, NASDAQ up 2, S&P's up 2.5. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right in the carousel, I'm going to be doing something that's pretty unique. So this coming Sunday night, for my subscribers to Market Insights, I'm going to be doing a webinar. That webinar has to do, no doubt, about the volatility in the marketplace, has to do about what is going to be the reaction in the French election. We'll have the numbers. We'll know the numbers. The futures, currencies, everything is open at 6 o'clock at night. So on Sunday night, I'm going to be doing the first webinar. I'm going to be doing 2 this week. The first one is going to be Sunday night, May 7th, 5:45 Eastern Standard Time to 7 p.m. In that webinar, I'm going to be going over all the world markets. I'm going to be going over the futures. We're going to be going over the metals. We're going to be going over the currencies. Hour and 15 minutes. Then this coming Saturday, a week from this Saturday, May 13th, from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be going over the action for the whole week, number one, the world markets, the commodities, and what I expect we're going to see in the coming months, because we're going into the summer trading months. If you'd like to come to this webinar, you can come over. You can test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. What you're going to get with this is that you're going to get 30 days of Market Insights. You're going to get a copy of my book, The Art of Timing the Trade. You're going to get the 2 workshops. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. And bottom line, see you Sunday night, 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. Because what we do have is that the volatility, it actually starting today, too. The volatility inside the euro, inside our own dollar is there. I do expect what we're going to see tonight out here is that we're going to see the volatility start inside the yen also. This is going to put some volatility. It already has put volatility inside the currencies. What I expect we're going to see, it's actually going to put volatility also inside our own S&Ps. You know, the euro right now is at 1.0985, and that was the consolidation that had been taking place. The euro broke topside on the 24th of April. It broke topside again. That's saying that the euro can get to 111. There's the first part. Now, if we go back over to the dollar, and this is where this is going to get pretty wild watching, is that the dollar, you know, down 498 2 ticks. We're under the 670 mark. We're by 70 ticks. And if this thing falls out of bed, which I expect it's going to, you're going to see a very, very fast move down to 96. The reason I'm saying I expect to is that this has been building cause for a long period of time. Now, if we bring up this dollar and we put this on a continuous contract, it gets more bizarre. Because on a continuous contract, the way this is reading out is that we had been in a consolidation since March of 2015. We broke out of that consolidation, and we broke out of that consolidation on November, the week of the election. What is happening is that we're already back to the 98 level. This started at the 95, 90 level. And I do expect that that's right where we're going to be next week. Now, that's on the shorter term basis. On the longer term basis, the dollar, once you get a huge failure like this, the dollar can go down to 91, you know. So that's where, you know, we're going to be talking about all these currencies. We're going to be talking about the S&P and all of the above. Now, after the close out here, huge amount of numbers. Shake Shack. Shake Shack closed at $33.12. That is trading right now at $30.30. Let's see what this has to say. This is a new IPO that, okay, that's pretty intense. So same store sales comp, they expected a 2% uptick. Guess what? Not even close. They got minus 2.5% down. They beat their earnings by they beat on revenue. But guess what? When your comp sales are down, man, that's not good. HLF. Let's take a look at HLF. HLF is Herbalife. That closed at $62.20. That is trading at $65.50. That's up $3. And this has been the fight between the Bulls and the Bears in a huge way. The estimate was 89 cents. They made $1.24. OLED. Let's see what we got here. So this is Universal Display. This closed at $89.85. That's trading at 101. Look, we got to see what the heck this is. Okay, so United Display Corporation, member United States Display Consortium, is a corporate industry and government aimed at developing infrastructure to support North American flat panel display infrastructure. Oh, flat panel, I see. OLED. Man, it's up $10. And that's at highs. That's got some action. Let's go to our man Carlos in California. Carlos, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Oh, I always say it very well, but this time I got beat up on my medals.
I was going to say that the platinum is a killer, right? Yeah.
I know. I have to take a break and reassess and get ready for the next round.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think I'm going to be resting a little bit. That's what I usually do when things don't work the way I'm expecting.
Yep.
And the only thing I keep trying to understand the behavior of these Japanese yen, and that's the reason I'm calling Tom.
Okay.
Today I noticed this Japanese yen went actually up. I'm looking on the futures, the Japanese yen.
Yeah, it went up until 8:40 this morning, right? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much had a nice rebound. But I noticed it didn't do anything to metals or anything that correlates with it. The other thing I noticed is once the dollar is pulling back from those highs that we were looking at it.
Yes.
It actually both of them going down. Can you give me an idea how to interpret that?
Yeah, I wish I could. So
because
that happens at times. That's the divergence. I don't know if you might have heard me a little bit earlier, but so you get divergence in markets, and it gets straightened out pretty quick. So the divergence inside the dollar versus gold is that we're either going to see the dollar go to the moon pretty quickly or gold go to the moon, because gold across the world is priced in U.S. dollars, and the correlation is direct, meaning dollar goes lower, gold goes higher. You know, can it be divert for 2 or 3 days? Yes, it can, and I've seen that plenty of times.
Yes, because what confuses me more, sometimes I hear either in the news channels or I read newspapers that say there's no longer a correlation, or it's ignoring that correlation. It can go for months, even years. And I say, oh, no, I cannot. That's horrible.
Stay right there. Stay right there. We'll talk about that.
Thank you.
Okay. 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials finished down 6. NASDAQ up 2. We got Carlos from California. We're going to probably be talking about metals, divergence, and currencies, folks. Stay right there. We're coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Carlos from California. We're talking about divergence in the market. Specifically, what we're talking about right now is the divergence between the U.S. dollar going down gold going down, silver going down, platinum going down, all of the above. You know, what happens, Carlos, when it happens, it happens. You know, I wish I could give you a better answer. What I would be watching tonight is that the Nikkei has been closed for 2 days. Now, the Nikkei is going to be open tonight. That will have, you know, let me just make sure of this as we're doing this. 1 second. Nikkei open tonight. That will have an effect on the yen.
Okay.
1 second tonight.
For what I understand, they have very heavy holiday weekends in days in Asia. As I was looking at.
That's correct. I'm trying to see whether it is open tonight. That's what
week, and everybody was either 1 day or 2 days closed.
Yeah.
And, there's another thing I read, Tom, very quick, is that they're cracking down in China over speculation, over leverage, and speculation of commodities and currency. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but they're very heavy in trading. And I know our trading during our regular hours is very heavy. Theirs seems smaller, but I don't know if that had any type of effect.
I would say that the speculation in China wouldn't have an effect. What does happen is that China can move commodity markets. There's no doubt about that. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say that that's the move in gold, silver, and platinum. I mean, they killed platinum. Platinum's probably the move that they're just selling less cars.
Well, I had the three of them. I had the platinum, which was my favorite.
Yeah.
And I had silver and gold. But right before the, say in the morning before the meeting, I had to get out because I had my established stop. And
well, that was smart. I mean, that's the reality. Yeah, that's, you know, that's the reality, because you have to be able to breathe, man.
Well, to survive to the next day, and that's what I'm trying to recover those wounds, and I think with your support in your newsletter, I'm going to get ahead on this after this one.
It's, you know, tomorrow morning, I expect what we're going to see actually here tonight is that you're going to see the yen get volatile tonight, because we had a failure in the yen. The dollar has broken. You know, we'll see how that shakes out. The jobs number, I expect, is going to be, I mean, it should be a good jobs number, but we'll see how the market reacts to it. The biggest reaction, I suspect, is going to be Sunday night. You know, the way that the probability is the Penzone party, you know, they think that she can get 40% or something. You know, but the currency market has been looking to that. Now, what's important about that is that the currency market absolutely rules commodities, you know, so.
Yeah. So do you see still dollar and yen going down at the same time, not going in different directions?
No, this is going to, no, well, I expect in the next couple of days, you know, if this dollar keeps going south, that the metals are going to go north. They're going to go up. This won't go on for a week and a half. And to go back and answer your question, you know, I know you had said something that you had heard something on the press that that they haven't been working for a long period of time. Well, that's not a fact. The correlation is direct. You know, if we go take a look here, watch, I'll show you. I'm going to put the dollar index up.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it up for 15 years. It's hard to believe that I've had the gold report for over 15 years, but I started the gold report, the dollar was at 120. And gold, watch, I'll put gold up now simultaneously at the same time. Gold was at $282. GC1.
Yeah,
and you'll see it's the chart. It's hard to really tell by looking at this chart, but it's a direct correlation. You know, The dollar's at 121, gold's at 282. Dollar gets down to, let's see, the lows in the dollar. Let's bring this back here. Okay, so dollar gets down to 70, and, you know, gold is up at, I think we hit 1,900 and something.
Yeah, it was the 1,900 high.
Yeah. So the correlation is there, you know, because it's
there.
just...
It just takes a break once in a while.
Oh, when it does. When it takes a break, man, it can take a big break. There's no doubt about it. Because, well, when I just actually brought this up, so picture this. When the dollar was actually at 70, now this is how it's pretty wild. So when the dollar was at 70, gold, actually, that is when the dollar got croaked, and gold went from 1,033. This was in the crash. Gold went from 1,033 down to 681. Now, so let's talk about this for a second. Because so what happened there is this. No one had any money. Everything was crashing. So that's a heads up too, Carlos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? So now watch. What has happened, folks, is this. When you get a bull run, the correlation, every pullback, whether it would be in the dollar and gold, the pullback in gold would be lighter than the expansion of the dollar going higher. And let me bring you, I want to bring you to the, watch this, I got to bring you over to the bond market for a second. Because what people are always have had a hard time figuring out is that bonds are the largest bull market in my lifetime. You know, if you bring bonds back to 1985, it's 1980 that it actually started. Let me see if I can get it back. I can get it back 40 years. Okay. So if we bring it back, what you're going to see is in 1980, a 30-year bond was 55 cents on the dollar. So for a treasury, folks, you paid $550 for a $1,000 treasury. That $1,000 treasury paid 14.5% interest.
Right.
That was the beginning of the bull market in bonds. It's never stopped. It's still a bull market. The difference now is that you're paying $151 for a treasury that's you're paying $1,500 for a treasury that's only worth $1,000. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you're looking for the interest. My point here is that when markets go up like this, each and every time people have thought that the bond market, it's over. And what happens is that when you get a retracement, yes, you get a retracement because that's what markets do, but then what ends up happening on the next expansion on the way up, the bonds or any type of bull market goes up higher than what the correlation is on the other side.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, Tom.
Okay, Carlos.
Thank you for your time and have a great day.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back with some more numbers for you.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the unleaded gasoline. So we have the summer coming up. That's the driving season. Guess what? They're going to have a hard time raising prices on us, folks. Unleaded gasoline wholesale has gone in 1 month from $1.76 to $1.48. So we're $1.48 today. We take a look at this and put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see, and gasoline has been leading the crude oil market down. We take a look at this. The next, stop on this baby, well, it's 146. It's not. That's only 2 pennies down. We'll see if 146 holds. It looks that that's a small swing point. The largest swing point is 126. And the low in gasoline was established February of 2016 at 89 cents. Imagine that. So we've been in this consolidation since it broke topside March of 2016. So it's only a year. Bottom line, though, that looks like it wants a lot lower price. We take a look at the actual oil contract. That contract right now, we're at $45.77. You take this, we put this on a continuous contract. This is a tough day for the oil market. This broke, huge consolidation. We put this on a weekly, and your next stop here, you get $42. If we break the 42 level, it's game on to test the lows, which is $26.05, which is pretty intense. Now, the oil and gas equities, they actually have led. I mean, ExxonMobil, it's pretty wild. Exxon's at 81. That's down from 93. This has been building cause for quite a bit of time, to try to get to its lower level. The problem for ExxonMobil is that it has a high volume low at $66. The high of that high volume low is 75. So 75 should give it some support. If you don't get enough support at 75, though, 66 is game. And the thing that's amazing about this, when you actually take a look at it, it's like, the lows in 2008 were 56. The high was 81. So we're at the high. Let me pull this back a little bit more. Yeah, we're at the high where the crash was, which is just bizarre. Chevron, we go take a look at Chevron. Yeah, Chevron's trying to bust this bottom out. And Chevron has actually been stronger than Exxon. So Chevron, the high was $1.18 4 months ago. We're at 104. It's banging into this low out here with some big numbers. Today we did 8 million versus 6 million into the low. Put that on a weekly. There's a lot of support here, though. There's a lot of support at 102. Yeah. We'll see if thing wants to get any lower. 102 has a huge amount of support. There's no doubt about it. If we go take a look at a few more numbers out here, let's see, WING. This is, let's see, Wingstop, own and operate restaurants. That closed at $29. That's trading at $32.75. This chicken wing business, let's see what they have to say. So first, let's take a look. I've never even heard of Wingstop. Okay, they own and operate. So they specialize in cooked-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed wings. The low for the year is 22. The high is 33. They're headquartered out of Dallas. The estimate was 16 cents. They made 22. They're making money, no doubt. Their revenue beat the highest estimate. So here's the number. They see earnings growth 19 to 21% this year. The estimate was 16 cents. They made 22. Their revenue, the estimate was 24.2 million. They made 26 million. So good numbers, no doubt about that. Shake Shack, different ball game. That's an equity that didn't make numbers. Closed at 33, trading at 30 right now. MELI. This is like an Amazon of South America. This closed at 236. That's trading 244 right now. This has been also a one-way trip. Top side. Estimate was 245 million. They made 273. Big numbers. Big numbers. No doubt about that. Z. So this is Zillow. Zillow closed at $40.23. This is the real estate website. This is trading at $42.07. Numbers go like this in Zillow. The estimate was 5 cents. They come in with good numbers. They made 11. Okay, so revenue increased 32% year over year to a record $245 million. Full year revenue outlook raised to a range of $1.05 billion to $1.06 billion. Zillow brands, mobile apps, and website reached more than 166 million average monthly unique users in the first quarter. Visits to Zillow Group brands, mobile apps, websites, including Zillow, Trulia, StreetEasy, increased 18% year over year. Yeah, they're making some money. Revenue increased 32% to $245 million from $186 in the first quarter of 2016. Their marketplace revenue increased 36%. Their premier agent revenue increased 30% to $175 million from $131 million. Other real estate revenue increased 93%. Look at that, 93%. To $34 million from $18 million. Mortgage revenue increased 23% to $20 million from $16 million. Daily display revenue decreased 9% to $15 million from $17 million in the first quarter. The decrease was primarily a result of the company's strategy to de-emphasize display advertising and improve the user experience. Bottom line is that we're buying everything now through the internet. And what does happen, they were smart buying Trulia because, you go to Zillow. If you have the Zillow app, you have the Trulia app. Redfin is a cool app too. Bottom line, though, is if you want to understand markets very, very quickly, that's the way to do it. If you want to understand comps in neighborhoods, way to do it. Let your fingers do the walking like really quickly. And that thing's only going to get big. Oh, what has happened inside the digital space is that whole deal about the tipping point. We're not only at the tipping point, we're past the tipping point. And that's why so many retailers are going out of business. And that's what it comes down to, because we save time, we save energy, we save everything. And guess what, folks? Right on the web, right on the cell phone. Go to TFNN.com. It'll blow your mind. Great audio, great video. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, I just launched this today. This is no doubt quick, fast, furious, all of the above. Bottom line, coming this, and it's very unique, coming this Sunday. So you get the French election Sunday, and we'll know who won or lost by the time our futures open at 6 o'clock at night. So I'm going to be doing a webinar for my subscribers at 5:45 at night. It's going to be from 5:45 to 7 o'clock. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to, of course, be going through the world markets, going through the futures, the commodities, the currencies, all of the above. That's going to be Sunday night. I'm going to do an additional webinar May 13th, which is Saturday morning. So we're going to do one Sunday night, and then we're going to do a wrap-up Saturday morning. The one on Saturday morning, what we're going to be talking about there is what we have happening this past week and what I expect to be happening. We're coming into the summer. If you'd like to test drive my daily newsletter, you can do that. You can get it for a full month. What comes with the newsletter is you get a free copy of my book. You're going to get the 2 webinars, and you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Of course, you know we got our man, Mr. Andy Heck, coming up next. So no matter where you're listening, if you happen to be listening in your car right now, remember that you can go to your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV right on the right-hand side. What I do expect we're going to have out here tonight is high volatility inside our own dollar, the euro, and the yen. And that's going to basically make these metals move. 8:30 tomorrow morning, we got jobs numbers. That also, no doubt, is going to make the dollar move for sure. And the dollar, of course, correlates inside the metals market. Bonds are still saying they want higher price. So tomorrow morning is going to be a big number. Sunday night, 6 o'clock is going to be a big number because then what you do have, there's a little breathing room after this. That's how this thing is shaking out right now. Between May and kind of July, it's not that things calm down, but, we're basically at highs right now. And yes, what has happened, like one of our tigers is saying that Marone is baked in, and it is. But guess what? Le Pen's party right now, they were getting interviewed earlier today, and they said, hey, scoring 40% would be an enormous victory. So they're almost like giving it up. But guess what? That's probably really smart of them, because the fact is that if that stops other people that were going to vote for Marone not to go out, guess what? It's not over till it's over. And then what we don't know is that, and we will know this at 6 o'clock, as to who wins or loses, which way that euro wants to go. My take, right now, whether you come or don't come, is that this euro wants to go to 111. That's the way this thing is looking. So that is going to be a monster fast move. They're both lined up. What's going on also is this. They're both lined up. There's not much in the way for the euro to go to 111 and our dollar go to 96. So then we all got to ask the question, why is our dollar going to 96? If interest rates are going up, your dollar is supposed to be getting stronger, not weaker. And bottom line, our dollar has been getting weaker versus getting stronger. So we'll find out why, and we're going to find out why, not necessarily in the next few days. It looks to me on a longer-term basis, our dollar wants to go to 91. And I can understand that. If the dollar's going to 91, it means that those printing presses are going to be going like wildfire. Because bottom line, you start printing money, that weakens currencies in a huge way. We'll see where that whole thing does shake out, but that's how that normally works. Numbers, there's going to be a lot of other numbers coming out tomorrow morning, and the key to keep your eye on is that interest rate. Interest rates are still cheap. The 10-year right now is still running out at 2.35. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. Go have a blast with it. Stay right there. Andy's coming right up. TFNN.com at Tiger TV. Go get him, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.